Hi, sir.
Huh?
Why don't you take a quick look at Akuma's V-Trigger II? We just finished it.
Oh, let me take a look. Looks good, looks good. Now, I'm assuming that you can still do the Raging Demon.
Actually, no, not in this one.
Get the f*** out of my office.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born Free here. I just wanted to show you some footage of Akuma's V-Trigger II that I captured at Capcom Cup. This is by no means a deep dive or an amazing guide. We just kind of scratched the surface with it. So I hope you enjoy. I will try to explain it as best I can. It's a little bit more complicated and intricate than V-Trigger 1. I can't tell you if it's better than V-Trigger 1. I know that V-Trigger 1 has had some nerfs. I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm actually not going to go into all of Akuma's balance changes. I just wanted to show you these videos of V-Trigger 2 and keep it focused on that, to be honest. Now, V-Trigger 2, the first thing you should know is that it's a 2-bar V-Trigger. So that means you can probably use it twice in a round. It gives you access to EX moves, but they're not exactly EX moves. I'm going to call them V-Trigger 2 EX moves. They have the same sort of specifications. They look like EX moves in that context. They seem to do the same thing. But what happens is you get a red flash and you have red ink going on in the animation. Now, the other important thing about this V-Trigger is that when you are using V-Trigger EX moves, they will use the V-Trigger gauge and not the EX gauge. So the V-Trigger gauge, or the V-Trigger timer, because it turns into a timer basically, you get to use 2 V-Trigger 2 EX moves per activation. So if you activate twice in a round, that means you get 4 V-Trigger 2 EX moves. So if you have a really hard fought round where you build 3 standard EX bars, in truth, you kind of get access to 7 EX bars. So it's not like a comeback mechanic EX, it's more like a sort of enhancement to Akuma. It's more like turning Akuma into an EX Akuma, making him more powerful. But it's very specific. So the input for V-Trigger 2 EX moves is the same. It's, you know, if you do a DP, for instance, it's you press 2 buttons, you do the DP. But if you do a raw EX DP, you will use standard EX gauge. Even when you're in V-Trigger 2, you will use standard EX gauge and it will be a standard EX move, EX DP. If you use an EX DP in a situation which you could normally cancel into an EX DP, again, it will revert to the EX gauge and use EX meter. The way to use or activate V-Trigger 2 EX moves is they have to be cancelled off of either specials, so you can cancel them off fireballs, DPs, hard kick EX tatsus, or grounded hard normal, so a standing hard punch, standing hard kick, a crouching hard punch, or a crouching hard kick. Those are the ones that I know of at least. So you can sort of mix it up between using both bars, the EX bar, standard EX bar, and the V-Trigger bar. It's worth noting that in order to cancel off of grounded hard normals, you have to be good at hit confirms. It's also worth noting that V-Trigger 2 does not give you access to the Raging Demon. I must tell you that in V-Trigger 2, you can't cancel after the second hit of a hard punch target combo or a hard kick target combo. You can only cancel after the first hit. There's so much to be learnt, but I was very lucky to have people around me like Dominion, Infiltration, Chris Wynn, Mr. Footsie, Velociraptor, F-Champ, Guilty, some of the Capcom staff. A lot of people were around kind of helping and doing these combos and, you know, allowing me to film them. So shout outs to those people. So here are some of the more straightforward combos.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, so V-Trigger.
You can also extend normal combos. You can mix V-Trigger 2 EXs with standard EXs. Look at the grade damage on this. This is a way of using the red V-Trigger II EX fireball twice to keep somebody locked down, to hit them with a lot of grade damage, and then finish them with the critical art. So it's a chip kill essentially.
Chip kills that thing.
But you need to be a V-Trigger. Oh, yeah.
And you can't get out of that because you can't V reversal the red fireball.
We also found with F Champion Chris, we also found that you can cancel a blocked crouching hard kick, so like a sweep basically, into a V-Trigger II EX demon flip.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good. Yeah, you can. Shit. I told you.
It can be a bit gimmicky, especially if you do a fireball into an EX demon flip, and because it's EX you can stay front side with a palm or cancel into an air fireball, or you can go over the other side. If you cancel out of a standard fireball, the flash of the fireball kind of hides the beginning animation of the demon flip. So it's kind of gimmicky, and although it uses up the full bar when you do that, it might be useful. I don't know. It's just, again, we're just scratching the surface and finding out what this thing can do.
Oh, hey! That's pretty sick.
Final video I wanted to show you actually has nothing to do with V-Trigger. It just happens to be another video that I got that Chris Wynn found, and that is that after the critical art in the corner, you can't follow up with a DP.
You good?
Yeah, it's gone.
And that kind of saddens me because it added just a bit of character to Akuma being able to do that above other characters. But it is what it is. Bring on Season 3, bring on Arcade Edition, and when it comes, I can't wait to see what you guys find. I hope this has been helpful. Have a happy freaking holiday. See you in the next video. Peace out.